Listen up, because what I'm about to share will change how you see Dollar Tree forever. You know that store you pass by for cheap snacks and party supplies? Well, right now they're quietly stocking legitimate survival gear, items that could keep you safe, fed, and prepared when life gets messy. And the kicker? They're just over a buck each, sitting on shelves while almost everyone walks right past them. I've been tracking their inventory for months and something just shifted. Dollar Tree now has 10 prepping essentials you'd normally pay $50 or more for at outdoor stores. These aren't gimmicks. They're practical, life-saving tools at rock-bottom prices. But here's the thing. Once word gets out, these shelves will be cleared faster than toilet paper in 2020. If you're serious about preparedness, the time to act is right now. We're talking lighting that works when the grid fails, cooking alternatives for powerless kitchens, fire starters that perform in the rain, first aid supplies that actually matter, and food storage options to keep you going when grocery runs aren't possible. When combined, these 10 items form the foundation of a solid, budget-friendly emergency kit, one that could sustain you through storms, outages, and supply chain disruptions. The beauty of this? You don't need to be a hardcore survivalist to benefit. Whether you're new to prepping or a seasoned pro, these finds can add serious value to your stockpile without draining your wallet. For less than the cost of a single dinner out, you can build a complete kit, and most people won't even realize the treasure hiding in those aisles. In a world where supply chains are shaky, prices keep climbing, and emergencies can strike without warning, this is an opportunity you can't afford to miss. So grab a notepad, head to your nearest Dollar Tree, and be ready to hunt. Because once you see what's waiting on those shelves, you'll never look at this store the same way again. Let's dive into these absolute game changers. First up, we've got something that's going to completely solve your power outage lighting situation, and it's so simple you'll kick yourself for not thinking of it sooner. Solar garden lights. Yeah, those little decorative stakes people stick in their yards. Dollar Tree just restocked these babies, and they're pure genius for emergency preparedness. Here's why this is brilliant. These solar lights charge themselves all day using free sunlight, then provide hours of gentle illumination when darkness hits. No batteries to replace, no candles to worry about, no flashlight that dies at the worst possible moment. You literally just bring them inside when you need light. I tested one of these during our last power outage, and it kept my entire living room visible for over 6 hours. Not stadium lighting, but enough to read, navigate safely, and keep the kids calm. The best part? Similar solar lanterns at camping stores cost $20 to $30 each. Dollar Tree's version? $1.25. Stock up on a dozen and scatter them around your property for the cost of one fancy outdoor store model. Moving on to something that'll keep you cooking when the power's out. Canned heat fuel. These little metal containers of gel fuel just appeared in the party supply section, probably intended for keeping buffet food warm. But smart preppers know these are portable cooking powerhouses. Pop the lid, light the gel, and you've got a steady flame that burns for about 2 hours. Perfect for heating soup, boiling water for coffee, or cooking simple meals right on your kitchen counter. It's safe for indoor use, which is huge when you can't fire up the outdoor grill. I've used these to cook everything from canned stew to instant noodles, and they work like a charm. The genius part is nobody realizes what they're looking at. While other shoppers see party supplies, you're seeing emergency cooking fuel that costs a fraction of what camping stores charge for the exact same stuff. Next, let's talk about staying warm and visible with emergency candles. Not the fancy scented ones, but those thick glass jar candles that burn forever. Dollar Tree just brought in a fresh batch, and these are absolute gold for extended power outages. Each candle burns for 50 to 80 hours continuously. That's multiple nights of steady light and a bit of heat from one candle that costs barely over $1. The glass jar makes them safer than open flame candles, and they're stable enough that you're not worried about tipping over and starting a fire. I keep several of these in my emergency kit because when your phone flashlight dies and your regular candles burn out, these workhorses just keep going. Plus, they double as decent room heaters in small spaces. Not enough to replace your furnace, but enough to take the chill off a bathroom or bedroom. Here's something that shocked me. LED flashlights and camping lanterns showing up at Dollar Tree that actually work well. Usually cheap flashlights are so dim they're basically useless, but these new ones are punching way above their weight class. The lantern I grabbed runs on AA batteries and stayed bright for over a week of continuous use. It's got adjustable brightness settings, so you can dim it to conserve power or crank it up to light an entire room. For emergency use, it's honestly as good as lanterns costing 10 times more. The handheld flashlights are equally impressive. Bright LED bulbs, solid construction, and they take common batteries you can stock up on. Perfect for keeping in every room, every car, and every emergency bag. At this price, you can afford to have backups for your backups. But none of this lighting gear matters if you can't start a fire when you need one. That brings us to lighters and matches, which Dollar Tree keeps well stocked, but people completely overlook for emergency prep. We're not talking about buying one lighter and calling it good. We're talking about redundancy. Multiple ways to make fire stored in multiple locations. Dollar Tree sells multi-packs of wooden matches and disposable lighters at prices that make buying in bulk a no-brainer. I always grab the long neck utility lighters when they're in stock. These are perfect for lighting candles, camp stoves, or firewood without burning your fingers. The regular pocket lighters work fine too, and at these prices you can stash them everywhere. Fire starting might seem basic, but it's absolutely critical. You can't light those candles or canned heat without reliable ignition sources. Having plenty of lighters and matches means you're never stuck trying to rub two sticks together like some wilderness survival show. Now let's get into something everyone overlooks until they desperately need it. First aid supplies and basic medications. Dollar Tree has seriously upgraded their health and safety section, and you can build a solid emergency medical kit without spending a fortune. Bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, antibiotic ointment, medical tape, gauze pads. All the basics for treating cuts, sprains, headaches, and minor injuries. The quantities might be smaller than bulk store packages, but the per item cost is unbeatable. What really impressed me were the actual name brand items showing up. Travel-sized Tylenol, real Band-Aid products, even small first aid kits already assembled. These aren't knockoff medical supplies, they're legitimate products at discount prices. In any emergency situation, minor injuries can become major problems if you can't treat them properly. A small cut that gets infected becomes a serious health issue when hospitals aren't accessible. Having proper first aid supplies isn't optional, it's essential. Here's where things get really practical. Bleach for water purification and sanitation, plain, unscented chlorine bleach that most people buy for laundry, but smart preppers know it's a multi-purpose survival tool. A few drops of bleach can make questionable water safe to drink. 8 drops per gallon for clear water, double that for cloudy water, let it sit 30 minutes, and you've killed the nasties that would otherwise make you violently sick. When municipal water systems fail, this knowledge becomes priceless. Bleach also handles sanitation duties. Disinfecting surfaces, cleaning tools, managing waste disposal. In post-disaster scenarios, staying clean prevents disease outbreaks that can be deadlier than the original emergency. Dollar Tree's bleach comes in manageable sizes, perfect for emergency kits. Smaller bottles are easier to store and rotate than giant jugs. And at these prices, you can keep multiple bottles without breaking your budget. The timing couldn't be better either. Bleach actually disappeared from Dollar Tree shelves for a while when supply costs went crazy. Now it's back, and people haven't caught on to its survival applications yet. Coming up, we're diving into the ultimate fix-anything solution that every prepper swears by, plus some surprising food storage discoveries that'll keep you fed when grocery runs aren't possible. These next items might look ordinary, but they're about to become your best friends when normal life gets disrupted. Speaking of essential tools that'll save your bacon in any emergency, let's talk about the ultimate repair hero sitting quietly in Dollar Tree's hardware section. Duct tape. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Duct tape isn't exactly groundbreaking news, but hear me out. Because the price point and availability we're seeing right now is something special. This isn't your premium Home Depot duct tape that costs $8 a roll. We're talking about perfectly functional repair tape for just over $1. Sure, it might be slightly thinner than the heavy-duty stuff, but in emergency situations, duct tape that works beats no duct tape at all. The applications are endless. Torn tent? Duct tape it. Broken pipe leaking water everywhere? Duct tape buys you time until proper repairs. Need to secure a tarp for emergency shelter? Duct tape handles it. Blister on your foot during an evacuation? Duct tape can even work as emergency medical tape in a pinch. I've used Dollar Tree duct tape to patch everything from torn backpacks to cracked water containers, and it holds up surprisingly well. The key is having multiple rolls stashed in different locations. One roll in your emergency kit, one in your car, one in your garage workshop. At these prices, redundancy is affordable. What really caught my attention recently was seeing different colors showing up. Gray, black, even some camouflage patterns. While color might seem cosmetic, bright colored tape can double as marking material or emergency signaling if needed. The camo stuff? Well, that's just cool for outdoor repairs where you don't want obvious tape patches. Now here's something that completely blindsided me. Freeze-dried fruit showing up at Dollar Tree. Real, actual freeze-dried strawberries, apples, and mixed fruit blends that normally cost $4 or $5 per bag at health food stores. Same quality, same taste, fraction of the price. Why does this matter for emergency prep? Freeze-dried food is the holy grail of long-term storage. It keeps for years without refrigeration, weighs almost nothing, and retains most of its nutritional value. Plus, and this is huge, it actually tastes good. When you're living on canned beans and rice for days, having some sweet fruit to snack on can seriously boost morale. The bags are small, perfect for tossing into go bags or cramming into limited storage space. You can eat them dry as crunchy snacks or rehydrate them with a little water. Either way, you're getting vitamins and natural sugars that your body craves during stressful situations. I started grabbing a few bags every time I visit because word is spreading fast about these. Saw someone on social media raving about finding freeze-dried strawberries at Dollar Tree, and the comments were full of people saying their local stores were already sold out. When the secret gets out, these disappear quickly. But the food discoveries don't stop there. Canned proteins are another category where Dollar Tree is quietly crushing it. Tuna, chicken, even some of those weird canned meat products that might not win taste awards, but definitely win survival points. Canned tuna at Dollar Tree costs half what you'd pay at regular grocery stores, and it's the same stuff. High protein, long shelf life, already cooked and ready to eat. You can make tuna salad, add it to pasta, or just eat it straight from the can with some crackers. The canned chicken is where things get interesting. Real chicken meat in convenient single-serving portions. Perfect for adding protein to rice dishes, making quick chicken salad, or bulking up soup. I've been rotating these through my regular meal planning while building up my emergency stockpile. Then there are the Vienna sausages and potted meat products. Look, I get it, these aren't gourmet dining experiences, but in terms of calories, fat, and protein per dollar spent, they're hard to beat. Kids will usually eat them, which matters if you're trying to keep picky eaters fed during emergencies. What's really smart is mixing different protein sources. Some tuna for lean protein, some canned chicken for versatility, maybe a few cans of the weird stuff for high-calorie backup options. Variety keeps you from getting sick of eating the same thing repeatedly. Here's a pro tip nobody talks about. Don't forget manual can openers. All these canned goods become useless if your electric can opener won't work during power outages. Dollar Tree sells basic manual openers that'll get the job done. They're not fancy, but they'll crack open cans when you're hungry. The timing on all these food items is perfect too. Grocery prices have people looking for alternatives, which means Dollar Tree's food section is getting more attention. But most shoppers are focused on regular meals, not long-term storage. That gives us an advantage for now. Something else I've noticed in the food aisles: peanut butter in small plastic containers. Peanut butter is basically survival food disguised as a sandwich spread. Calorie-dense, packed with protein and healthy fats, lasts forever even after opening. Kids love it. Adults can tolerate eating it straight with a spoon for quick energy. Trail mix and nuts are showing up more frequently too. Again, high-calorie, portable, long-lasting. Perfect for go bags or just having around when regular meal prep isn't possible. The portions might be smaller than bulk store sizes, but the convenience and price make up for it. Now let's shift gears to something that might save your life but nobody thinks about until they need it. Water storage and purification beyond just bleach. Dollar Tree has been stocking gallon water jugs, but more importantly, they've got water purification tablets and portable water containers. The purification tablets are game changers. Drop one in questionable water, wait the specified time, and you've got drinkable water without the swimming pool taste that bleach can leave. These tablets are compact, lightweight, and effective against bacteria and viruses that could put you down hard during emergencies. Collapsible water containers are another sleeper hit. They take up almost no space when empty, but can hold several gallons when you need them. Perfect for collecting rainwater, storing treated water, or just having extra capacity when your regular water sources aren't reliable. What's brilliant about focusing on water gear is that clean water is literally life or death. You can survive weeks without food, but only days without water. Having multiple ways to obtain, store, and purify water gives you options when municipal systems fail. The water storage containers double as general-purpose storage too. Need to collect water for washing, transport supplies, even improvise a portable sink? These flexible containers handle it all. Personal hygiene supplies round out the water category. Soap, hand sanitizer, wet wipes, even travel-sized shampoo and toothpaste. Staying clean prevents disease and infection, plus maintaining some normalcy helps with mental health during stressful times. Dollar Tree's hygiene section has expanded recently with name-brand items and travel sizes. Perfect for emergency kits because they don't take much space, but provide weeks of basic cleanliness supplies. Here's something most people miss entirely. Batteries. Lots and lots of batteries. Those LED lights and radios won't run on good intentions. Dollar Tree sells multi-packs of AAs, AAAs, even D cells at prices that make stocking up a no-brainer. The quality isn't top tier, but for low-drain devices like LED lanterns and emergency radios, they work fine. Better to have decent batteries available than premium batteries you can't afford to buy in quantity. What's coming next is going to tie all these individual items together into a comprehensive emergency system that costs less than most people spend on entertainment in a month. We're talking about creating redundant backup plans for every critical survival need using nothing but Dollar Tree finds. The real magic happens when you see how these simple items complement each other, creating multiple solutions for the same problems. That's when budget prepping transforms from random supply hoarding into actual emergency preparedness that could genuinely save your life and your family's lives when everything normal stops working. The beauty of this whole Dollar Tree strategy is that you're not just buying random survival gear, you're building interconnected systems that work together. Think about it. You've got solar lights for illumination, canned heat for cooking, reliable fire starters to light everything, first aid supplies for medical emergencies, bleach for water and sanitation, duct tape for repairs, food that won't spoil, and water storage solutions. Each item backs up the others. Your solar lights charge during the day and give you evening illumination, but when they dim, you've got those long-burning candles as backup. If candles aren't practical, you switch to LED flashlights. Can't cook on your regular stove? Canned heat handles it. Need to boil water for safety? Same fuel source works. Run out of matches? You've got backup lighters stashed everywhere. This redundancy is what separates real preparedness from wishful thinking. Single points of failure will get you in trouble when everything's going wrong at once. But when you've got multiple solutions for every critical need, you're actually prepared instead of just feeling prepared. Here's what really gets me excited about this approach. You can build this entire system for under $50. Seriously, compare that to what outdoor specialty stores charge for a basic emergency kit, and you'll see why I'm practically yelling at you to take advantage of this situation. Most commercial emergency kits cost $100 or more and give you cheap versions of maybe half the items we've covered. They'll throw in a tiny flashlight that dies in 2 hours, a few Band-Aids, some crackers that taste like cardboard, and call it complete. Meanwhile, you're building something comprehensive with backup options for every component. But here's where timing becomes absolutely critical. I've been watching Dollar Tree's inventory cycles for months, and these kinds of finds don't stick around forever. Sometimes it's because they sell out once word spreads. Other times, corporate decides the margins aren't working and discontinues items. Either way, what's available today might be gone next month. The freeze-dried fruit is a perfect example. I started seeing posts about it online maybe 2 weeks ago, went to check my local store last weekend, and half the flavors were already cleared out. The people who acted fast got variety packs of strawberries, apples, and mixed fruits. The people who waited got whatever was left, if anything. Same pattern with the solar lights. First batch showed up around Easter as seasonal garden decor. Preppers who recognized their potential grabbed them immediately. Everyone else? Well, they're paying 3 times more at camping stores for essentially identical products. This is why I'm being so direct about the urgency here. I'm not trying to create fake scarcity or pressure you into panic buying. I'm telling you that opportunity windows like this don't stay open indefinitely. And the people who act decisively get the best results. What should you do right now? Make a list. Prioritize based on your biggest preparedness gaps. If you've got zero emergency lighting, start there. No backup cooking method? Grab the canned heat and matches. Terrible first aid kit? Hit the health section hard. No long-term food storage? Load up on canned proteins and freeze-dried options. Don't try to get everything in one trip unless your local store is exceptionally well-stocked. Spread it across a few visits to avoid clearing shelves completely and drawing attention to what you're doing. Other customers might start wondering why someone needs 12 LED lanterns and start connecting dots you'd rather keep private. Store employees sometimes get curious too. I've had cashiers ask if I'm buying for a business or having a party when my cart looks unusual. Simple explanation works best. Getting ready for storm season or building an emergency kit usually satisfies their curiosity without revealing your full strategy. Speaking of strategy, think about storage before you start accumulating supplies. Emergency gear doesn't help if it's scattered randomly around your house where you can't find it during actual emergencies. Dedicate specific storage areas and maybe keep an inventory list so you know what you have and where it's located. Climate control matters for some items. Batteries and electronics prefer cool, dry conditions. Food storage works best in stable temperatures away from direct sunlight. Candles and duct tape can handle wider temperature ranges, but still benefit from consistent conditions. Rotation schedules keep everything fresh and functional. Use older supplies during normal times and replace them with newer purchases. This way, your emergency stockpile stays current without waste. I actually use Dollar Tree canned goods for regular meal prep while maintaining my emergency reserve. Now, here's something that separates successful preppers from people who just accumulate stuff. Practice using your equipment before you need it. Light those candles and see how much illumination they actually provide. Cook a meal using only canned heat. Test your LED lanterns and see how long batteries really last. This practice serves multiple purposes. You learn the real capabilities and limitations of your gear. You discover what works well together and what doesn't. You build confidence in your supplies. And you identify gaps or problems while there's still time to address them. Most importantly, you develop skills alongside your supplies. Having a lighter doesn't automatically make you good at starting fires. Owning medical supplies doesn't equal knowing basic first aid. The gear enables you, but knowledge and practice make you competent. Consider this Dollar Tree strategy as your foundation, not your complete solution. These budget finds handle the basics extremely well, but you might want to upgrade certain items over time. Maybe invest in a higher quality flashlight for your primary kit, while keeping Dollar Tree versions as backups. Perhaps add prescription medications or specialized tools that discount stores don't carry. The key insight is that you don't need perfect gear to start preparing effectively. Functional equipment you can afford beats perfect equipment you can't afford. Dollar Tree gives you that functional baseline at prices that won't stress your budget. What's really satisfying about this approach is proving that preparedness doesn't require wealth or specialized knowledge. Regular people with regular budgets can build legitimate emergency capabilities using nothing but common sense and strategic shopping. No need for expensive courses or premium gear when basics done well get the job done. So there you have it. 10 categories of legitimately useful survival gear hiding in plain sight at Dollar Tree. Solar lights, emergency candles, LED lanterns, canned heat fuel, fire starters, first aid supplies, bleach for purification, duct tape, freeze-dried foods, and canned proteins. Each item valuable individually, collectively forming a comprehensive emergency system. The window of opportunity is open right now. These items are in stock, prices are low, and most people haven't figured out what they're looking at yet. 6 months from now, this information might be common knowledge, and those shelves might be picked clean, or prices might increase as Dollar Tree adjusts to market conditions. Your move is simple. Visit your local Dollar Tree this week. Walk those aisles with fresh eyes, looking for the items we've discussed. Start building your foundation of emergency preparedness $1.25 at a time. Your future self, the one who might need these supplies when normal life gets disrupted, will thank you for taking action while action was still easy and affordable. Remember, being prepared isn't about paranoia or fear. It's about taking reasonable precautions against unreasonable circumstances. It's about having options when other people have problems. And right now, Dollar Tree is offering you those options at prices that make preparation accessible to everyone. Don't wait for the storm warnings or news reports that send everyone scrambling. Be the person who's already ready, who can weather disruptions calmly, because you planned ahead when planning was convenient. That person starts with a trip to Dollar Tree and ends with peace of mind that money can't buy, even though in this case, money barely bought anything at all.